Religion started off in the 1300s as a central part of people's lives. At the time, Christianity was the number one religion in Europe. The whole culture was based off of this religion. The people of the time period didn't think they had to enjoy their life on earth because the real life was in heaven. Then, in the 14th century, terrible things such as the Black Death occurred, which killed many people. People looked for comfort and answers from the Christian church, yet the leaders offered little care. The church began to lose its prestige that it had built up. The Great Schism contributed to the church's decline. Two popes, Clement VII and Urban VI, fought over the church's rule. Countries from all around aligned themselves on politics, rather than religion. The Great Schism added to the instability of the church and created the Consecular movement. The movement wanted to reform the church. John Wycliffe translated the Bible into English so people could read the Bible themselves and understand how corrupt the church was, and to see that the church needed to be reformed. When the Renaissance occurred in the 14th century, religious art became huge. Churches endorsed the art and used it to teach people, since the majority of people were still illiterate. The Northern Renaissance was also based on Christian traditions and put a special emphasis on learning through the Bible and the morals that it taught. By the start of the 15th century, the Christian church was in major disorder. There were three major criticisms of the church at the time. The first was clerical immorality, which meant the priests were drinking and gambling and other immoral activities. The second was clerical ignorance, because the majority of the priests were uneducated. And the final criticism was clerical pluralism, which meant some priests held jobs in multiple offices. The church also began selling indulgences, which gave people the chance to buy forgiveness for all their sins. A German priest, Martin Luther, became angry with the church's practices. Luther becomes so furious with the church's practices that he writes the 95 Theses, explaining that the church has no evidence from scriptures for their actions. Luther launched the Protestant Reformation. Lutheranism became a new religion in which it based its authority solely on scriptures. A person is saved under Lutheranism by faith alone. Luther also translated the Bible into German, so more people could see how corrupt the church was. Businessmen and princes found Protestantism appealing because they wouldn't have to give money to the church, like in Catholicism. They converted for economic reasons. Emperor Charles V tried to stop Protestantism in Europe, but under the Peace of Augsburg, finally accepted it as a religion. Calvinism also emerged during the Protestant Reformation. John Calvin argued predestination, which was the belief that God decided who was saved at the beginning of time. Calvinism promoted hard work, and John Calvin reformed Geneva into his model city.